Well, hello, beautiful souls. Oh, 1, 2, 3. So no matter what shape your life seems to be in 3D, you are following your divine path. The energy I'm just psychically picking up, we'll see what comes through the card, is, yeah, they're fucked. The people that have been plotting against you, some of which you're only now realizing exactly how close to home that was, they're all kind of still plotting something. They think that they're going to be like at a celebration of sorts and celebrating what they did to you and having you arrested again, or, you know, for the first time for some of you. Only the reason that you actually haven't even heard about whatever it is that they've been plotting, like, to frame you, is because the police already know that you are innocent. And all of these false reports that these people made, all it did was bring the eye down on them. And so whatever this event that's going to manifest, I just see like celebratory energy that they think, and I'm hearing, like, I've actually just heard like surprise bitch, but plot twist is what I'm hearing, is because these cops are already coming to actually plan to arrest them. So we'll see who that is. We'll see what comes out in the cards. But because why? They can't lie their way out of this. I don't know what they tried to use to frame you, but it turns out they think that they've won. And the reason that you don't know that you maybe were going to lose, and maybe you even think that you were going to be going to prison for a lot of you. I know myself in this collective, that's exactly where I'm at. I know they're trying to falsely imprison me constantly, and I know they're stealing from me, and I know they're trying to fuck with my person, and everybody's a sellout, and I know a lot more than I ever let on, but that's just because that's my job. To just let them. Let them. Don't mean shit to us. We're standing in truth and authenticity, actually. We know that we aren't perfect, right? We're not trying to shape and frame and mask our lives. That's why they fucking use everything that we do against us intentionally, because we, unlike them, are honest about the fact that we're human. We go through struggles in life. We fuck up from time to time. And the funny thing is, these energies in your field right now, one is your true counterpart. Several are like soul mates, but one's an ex. Okay, so there's two exes here. One's a counterpart, and one's like maybe an ex hookup, ex situationship, maybe an ex partner, maybe an ex wife, who knows? Ex something to you. I think same sex is your counterpart. But then there's also a bunch of soulmate energy as in your family. For some of you, it's a parent, mother, Queen of Cups energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. For some of you, it's a child. Could be same sex to your person. It's going to be different for everybody. Let's see what comes out. What do I want first, Spirit? So yeah, I'm going to grab some tarot. Oh, and then we're going to grab the Kipper. So since we only have 7 more minutes, what is the incoming energy that you need to be aware of and the reason of this reading? Right, so let's just get to the good shit. So what is incoming that you need to be aware of? 2 Swords in reverse, Page of Cups, Death in reverse, there's that Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Magician in reverse, and the 7 of Wands with the 8 of Wands. I want to clarify the 2 in reverse. Judgment in reverse, Ace of Cups in the reverse, and the 7 of Cups. So collectively, whatever is going on in this group, they were definitely trying to, well, one, flip the script, they're saying, with this Judgment card in the reverse, cause lots of confusion, and steal a love opportunity. And that's not everyone that's against you. It's honestly, I feel like that's the karmic soulmate that is a relative to you, that you might even be shocked to know was working and manipulated your true person into stepping against you. Why? Because this family member soulmate is insanely jealous of you, and you may or may not have been aware of that. So let's get clarity on that for you. But they literally saw what was coming for you and what you were going to have, And then they saw the weaknesses in that person, right? And they took their shot to try to kind of like replace you. It's a really weird, sick, twisted, jealous, insecure, childish energy. It's really petty, but at the same time, I'm sensing a middle-aged woman, so take it how it resonates. It was all for money, though. 5 of Pentacles. Money that they're not actually going to be getting. And that's what this whole plot twist is, right? So this 8 of Wands, because you refuse to back down, the 7 of Wands first, because you are courageously standing up for yourself, and you were standing in your truth, what you have done already has already won. Like, you've already won, and nobody just seems to realize that yet, not even you, because they were doing a lot of manipulation, Magician in reverse, behind your back. For one, they were trying to like instill false narratives about you to absolutely everybody, so that instead of, you know, looking like you're eccentric, honest, probably spiritually gifted in some regard self with that Page of Cups, they just wanted you to look less than, like crazy, and so that they could appear superior to you and cause confusion to your counterpart, who then did act against you. And so this says making the choice that's best for you rather than trying to please others. In the reverse, they got them to make the wrong choice. And again, as mentioned, for some of them, your real person, the person that's supposed to actually make stuff up for you, whether you want to take them back after hearing this or not, is, you know, up to you. But your real person, the love of your life, slept with either your parent or your child. Take it how it fits. Yeah, you can pause this to go throw up. I might join you. But either way, 8 of Wands is here. Sudden events or changes. Why? Because you are a successful fucking multitasker. You're extremely intuitive. Yeah, invitation to a social event. They're going to invite you somewhere. And it's bait. It's bait. These people think that they're going to be celebrating watching you be arrested. You will not be arrested that day. The cops are going to be doing you a solid because Ace of fucking Swords, they know that you're innocent. And they know that these people have been lying, which has just brought in so much attention on themselves. And I was sensing, like, as we were going into that these people were confused as of recently, like, why, you know, and because they have some cops in their pockets, because it's like a cult thing that I'm catching, like a sex cult thing, they actually thought that they had, like, just already got this in the bag sort of thing, but they don't realize that there are righteous police in the very same detachment, but there are also federal police that have instilled themselves into 2 communities that you resonate with. So whether or not you move from a hometown to a new place or whatever, you resonate right now strongly with kind of 2 major communities in which the feds have camped out, at least for the last month or so, they say, undercover in both of those communities. And not really watching you. Like, yes, they're watching you, but they've been watching the people who have been watching you, because they knew by the false reports and all the red flags and the fact that you are being illegally surveilled as part of this weird thing, right? So they actually do know what you're guilty of. You know what I mean? Like, your fucking shit's all exposed, like, and then some. You know what I mean? And so I don't really understand yet. Well, maybe we'll see what comes out in the cards, like how these people had themselves so convinced that they were going to be able to destroy your life, steal what's yours, and then come out of the victors. The only message card I got out so far was, can't lie their way out of this one. Oh, and they want me to read the reverse, because for you, this whole thing is exactly why those federal police, I feel like, or the government, are going to offer you a very rare job opportunity. Not only, like I said, do you have some sort of spiritual gift, so whether or not you're a psychic or a healer or, you know, whatever it is that you're gifted with, it's not even just that. It's the fact that you've proven to have integrity. Having yourself be illegally fucking surveilled has actually proven that, yeah, like mentioned in the beginning of this video, you're like me. You're human. You make freaking mistakes. But you know what else you are? Solid fucking gold. Whether or not you were raised by white trash, because if your mother or your child slept with somebody that was the love of your life, that's the definition of white trash. And trust, I can resonate with that. One of my karmic psycho-obsessive sisters is currently with one of my karmic loser ex-fucking boyfriends who was the soulmate to me. Alright? And my mother used to tell me that the world didn't revolve around me. That's funny. Lots of it does. They hate you for your confidence too, just like this. So yeah, we've got the Five of Cups here. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others. Trust that there's a reason for everything that happens. And trust, I'm going to tell you right now, there are no coincidences. Everything is in line with the universe's divine plan. Ooh, we got 33 more minutes. 33:42, which is a 6-6. That's just chill for a sec because shit's changing. It's not 5-5 changing, but it's, I feel like, yeah, because I feel like if you are in this Five of Cups energy, you are actually maybe feeling like they might have fucked you, which is why I said like you like me, or maybe even suspecting that you might have to go to prison or, you know, whatever. Not like you give a shit, you're an OG, you'll run that bitch. But yeah, the Lovers here in the reverse. The Three of Wands. See, so yeah, no, 100% confirmation though, that if you did not know, this reading is obviously, you know, a tell-all for you, but you're going to have a lot of confirmation coming out. And you are, with that Seven of Wands energy coming out, unity, yeah. It says doing the right thing for the right reasons. New approaches to see what works for you. You are going to be telling these people and making it very clear that you know. Because I feel like you also, like me, you know, you are very, very good at playing down. If they want to underestimate you, right, why not let them? That has literally been my fucking secret weapon my whole life, was being underestimated, being looked at like I was less than, like I was, you know, not all the things that I really truly am, that I was a kind of oppressed into being limited to. But I'm about to step into my full power, and I feel like if you're in this collective Seven of Pentacles energy, so are you. Have patience, it says, and don't worry. That's what I mean by that 6-6 energy. Prudent investment of time or money. They thought that they were investing all of this fucking shit, and they were about to get something that was yours. So whether you resonate with having an inheritance or a trust fund, for some of them, it's life insurance. For some, they're legally married in your name in order to steal whatever was left for you and have like power of attorney over your life to have you put in a mental institution. Funny thing is, they don't realize that you've already been there and done that. You're open about, you know, your issues, and so their shit would never ever in a million years stick, especially not once the psychologists get a hold of them. But that can't lie their way out of this one. That's funny. I almost feel like you should hold their hand and go with them to the mental hospital, and we'll see who gets let out first, you or these fucking sick weirdos. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be you. Let's just see. Okay, yeah, see, Three of Pentacles. Follow your passion when it comes to your career, being the best at what you do and compensated for your creative talents. That's exactly what that rare opportunity energy. I feel like even just your ability to outsmart this entire group of fucking people, these people who apparently were the closest to you, which is really sad and unfortunate. That's another why that Five of Cups energy, that's that crying over spilled milk. So it's like a loss, right? But it's like a loss that you're not realizing was like for your highest good, because there are way better looking cups right in front of your face. So you don't give a shit about the two that are spilled over behind you. Let them have it. As mentioned with my little fucking karmic wannabe fucking cult sister, let them have your leftovers if that's what they really, really need to feel special and cool in life, right? It's not even like a thought to you, like as much as it was just out of my mouth, because you really could fucking care less, right? And same with, I feel like, your true person. When you find out what your person has done, you may not want them to be your person, in which case they won't be anymore. They will have lost that privilege. For a lot of them, they're gonna fucking fight tooth and nail to try to make it up to you. And for some of you, you will accept it. I don't know if I could accept my person fucking my mother or one of my children, but I guess I'd have to cross that bridge when I come to it. And my person would most definitely have, you know, only probably one opportunity to make things right for me, or they would lose me forever, and you would never see me be discussing that person ever again. But I do feel like whoever it is that comes in truth, you're going to forgive that person if that person is actually fully honest, because I don't feel like you have anybody in your energy that's actually been fully honest with you ever. If this is your reading and you're resonating with this karmic family soulmate energy, fucking with your person and stealing shit that's yours and trying to lock you up and have you freaking committed and all these things, You don't have a trustworthy person in that energy. You never did, right? You had a false sense of security, to saying, false bottom, I'm hearing. And now you're very much aware of that now. And if not, in the process of 30 days within you seeing or hearing this message, because everything that I do is timeless, meaning when you stumble on it, it's for you. Just like me, like I was journaling a lot of events in 2021 that made no sense, but they're for now. And they're things that I got to quote and show to my true divine masculine before they ever played out. So don't want to be like, I told you so, but bitch, I fucking told you so. Anyways, so these people acted against you and they really underestimated you, which I feel like if you're like me, that's the only thing that really pissed you off in the first place. Like, what? They actually thought they would outsmart me? Well, how insulting. Yeah, 3 of Swords. So definitely you are growing stronger from this situation, and it's breaking your fucking heart. But it's a sadness that will heal with time. And I do also feel that with this 3 of Swords, Queen of Swords in reverse, not only were they trying to have you put into a mental hospital, these people, like, if they didn't try to kill you, they made you severely ill. They watched you suffer physically, and they did it intentionally. 606 again on the clock. And it was your family that did that. 6/6 energy is harmony, it's family, it's soulmate energy. It's people that, maybe even right up until the full discovery of this, you actually still loved, in spite of whatever issues you guys might have had, right? Family's family. Shit happens. But this is causing a permanent ending, a permanent rift. And rightfully so. These people do not deserve your energy and your abundance that they were trying to fucking steal in the first place. Like, how dare they? I think it's absolutely nuts. Yeah, see, King of Swords. This is also the police, who are going to assist you in relocating and getting away from these people, they're saying, with the world here. Absolutely. They know that you have been victimized by these people. It says the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete, and a brilliant success. Exactly. Not only do they want to partner with you, yeah, look, Justice Upright and the world, they're going to be helping you. Well, I do feel like right away, like there's going to be, and I feel like it's the family member, it's definitely a female energy is going to prison, will be the first one to go to prison in your karmic's energy. And I do feel like strongly it's that family energy. So whether it's a child or a mother, or, you know, maybe it's a sister, an auntie, you never know, whatever. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Capricorn. There's lots of air energy here too. Could be heavy Libra in their placements. I'm not sensing Sun Libra. I'm seeing the death energy again, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So they have a lot of water and air in their chart. I'm missing something here, hold on. The 2 of Cups. Okay, so whether it's, hold on, I'm gonna clarify one more thing. Holy shit. I wish you guys could see that right now. Okay, so what we got was the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups is love, union, partnership, coming together. It's coupling, right? It says falling in love or making a serious commitment to somebody. Forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. Okay, so for a large percentage of you, even if this person fucked your mother, you're going to forgive their silly ass. I can't help you there. I cannot help you with that. But I do feel like, you know what? If you are like me, to be honest, you know who your person's always fucked. When you met your person, they were sleeping with people that made you not want to go anywhere near them, because these people to you were like, that you actually liked your person so much that you were like, okay, well, I'll be willing to let that one go. I won't puke in my mouth and think about that while we're having sex, right? And so you got past that, right? And I do feel like your person is very like fluid, sort of like me. So I used to say I was like bisexual, but then I was like, I guess if the kids are calling it pansexual, that's more what I would align with, because it was like I don't really give a shit. I just like people. If I'm attracted to you for a person, I do. Until I went through my ascension. I am going to continue to preach this because it's true, and I don't care how many people that I piss off, considering the whole world right now thinks they're homosexual in some regard. As you ascend, you shed any part of you that isn't the truth. I had a long-term relationship with a woman. I actually moved her in with me and my child. She was daddy mummy to my child when he was like 5 years old for about a year. In that year, I realized I really despise dating members of the same sex. Relationships are hard enough. Dealing with a difficult man, dealing with another woman was a fucking nightmare for me. And so I realized I'm like, no, I'm mostly hetero. But then for the rest of my adult life, I still indulged in some, sensual and sexual acts with members of the same sex, or, with group sex. I've been really fluid in my lifetime. I'm not going to lie about that, right? Right before my awakening, I was probably my most perverse, we'll just say that, in what my sexual tastes were. Definitely not a hetero being. Probably the weirdest I'd ever been. Not gonna lie. By far the weirdest I'd ever been. And that's that whole, it always gets darkest before it gets light, right? The sky's the darkest right before the sun comes back out. And that's exactly what I feel like is going on here kind of collectively. And so I do feel like your person, right? Because they're going through an awakening, if they're your true counterpart, which we already picked up on, we got the 2 of Cups here now too. They too are very fluid, right? And so like they sleep with men, they sleep with women, they sleep with like anything. They've literally said those words to you. I'll sleep with anything. I don't care what it is as long as it's a whole. And so I'm sure that's probably how you're going to get through the fact that they might have slept with your mother or child, because honestly, if they were working together, that was literally just a means to an end, and they probably had to think about you the entire time. Right? You know that. And actually the divine just quite literally told me that this person, if they're a masculine, could not get it up without thinking of you. So take that as confirmation, 100%. But either way, what came out when I was clarifying this 2 of Cups is your Emperor. So your person, so you must be the feminine here, or you're reading as the feminine energy, and the person in your energy is reading as the Emperor, which is Aries, Leo, Sag, strong masculine energy. What flew out is the 3 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles. So, sidebar message, they are saying that this person's also affiliated with a male relative of you, the one that has all the money. Cousin, uncle, brother, father, take it how it resonates. I'm feeling pervert uncle, so, and same sex, so I'm hearing closet homosexual pervert uncle. Huh. Are you sure you don't belong to my family? Just kidding. Anyways. This person is going to this person, your person, is going to be coming towards you. I feel like probably after this, one of these people goes to prison. Maybe, I'm not really sure, but because I do feel like it's a prudent investment of time or money. I do feel like this person didn't want to have to come forward with the truth like this, but it's like it's impossible to not now with how the things are about to play out with this King of Swords upright energy, the world, the justice and the upright. They don't fucking see it yet, but you are winning, and right now, and in front of their fucking faces. 9 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. You're going to be working together with your person. I do feel like, well, not for everybody. For a lot of you, you're going to work with this person, like work with them towards some sort of goal. But right now, your partnership is not going to be romantic, probably because you're going to make this motherfucker prove themselves a little bit. But there is an opportunity that's requiring you two to work together, and it's going to pay off. Happily and successfully self-employed, it's like whatever they were trying to take from you, luckily for your person, there was a destined plan here. That first card we had out was what? Destiny. And that's the thing, people always talk about destiny swapping. People think that they can replace other people's destinies, and I mean, I guess if you're like, a low-level hierarched soul, possibly your energy could be manipulated like that. If you're a true twin flame or a true 144, or you've met your actual true spiritual and energetic match in this lifetime organically, and your union was manifesting and these people tried to prevent it or destiny swap you, that would be exactly why it's the divine saying, haha, plot twist, you stupid fucks. You cannot deter a divine union that the whole entire universe has fucking orchestrated for both of your entire lives and everybody else's that's connected to you. Everything was all so that you two could come together. Ace of Pentacles. To manifest and build together. This says a windfall of money, advice, or assistance from others. A very successful project and a happy change in your career. So yeah, you are definitely going to be working with your person. For the most of you, you're going to forgive them. But whatever this is that they did, and they have to tell you. If they don't tell you, you're not going to be doing this with them, because you know enough now that if they try to fucking gaslight you, you're going to take that world energy and go all on your own, which is not what you want. You still love this person, which is why this is going to fucking hurt a little. Again, like I said, once you get, resonating with it, you're going to probably laugh and be like, you're pathetic and gross, but whatever. If that's what you needed to do in the moment, that's what you needed to do to get that dollar, right? You're not going to hate on your person for selling their ass. They do what they got to do. But we're just going to start as working together. And I think that's so that your person can prove their loyalty to you. Yeah, the Lovers, the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. And they are going to tell you their whole truth. Again, I'm feeling like it's kind of like an, it's not that what they really wanted to do right now. They were still trying to save face, I feel like. There's something to do with a marriage here, though. So if you're not already married to your person, and there's nothing to do with a fake marriage in the energy, then you guys are going to be married pretty quick. By the end of this year, they say. There's going to be a very serious commitment. Choices made from the heart, true love that is long-lasting, it says, in an emotional, fulfilling life with family and friends, raising children wisely, and people you can trust. This person will prove themselves to you, no matter what they did. If this is your energy, and this is your person's energy, this person's going to be proving themselves to you, which is why I guess you're probably going to accept it. It says, ask for help from others, all work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Definitely there's a new financial opportunity, though. And again, and the Star, that's a miracle energy. And it says, look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, and happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. Yeah. Because this person's going to be making the right choice now by doing the right thing by you. King of Swords energy, Justice energy. And you, I feel like, because you are standing in your power too, not just in your truth, because I feel like a lot of you are resonating a lot like me in this collective. You're very honest, but you are a giver, right? And you're very easygoing, I feel like, to a lot of degrees. So a lot of shit doesn't really matter so much to you, right? You're very I'm feeling like both very possessive but yet non-attached. So it's you pick and choose, right? It's your life. But yeah, no, I do feel like you too have actually allowed whatever they were doing to you to hold you back, to keep you stuck, to keep you confused, to keep you juggling. The divine was saying that all had purpose too, because you've still been building, right? You've still been learning, you've still been growing, and you're stepping into your Queen of Wands energy, whether or not you are a fire sign. I'm feeling either fire or air very strongly in your chart. So maybe you're a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius sun with a Sag, I'm strongly feeling like rising, but definitely fire rising. Either way, I don't want to say you've got that witchy energy, because a witch is pathetic. Witches worship Satan, witches manipulate external energies. You're a fucking chosen one, actually. And you should know that and rep it proudly, because it's evident and it's playing out very evidently. Your divine protection and the protection over your union is about to be fucking painfully evident to all these people who tried to step in on your stability and your life, your Four of Wands. So again, a lot of you are, if you're not already, you're marrying your person, and pretty quick. I feel like it's both a slow moving and a sudden energy at the same time. So whatever, take that how it resonates. But it says, deep feelings of peace and happiness, be grateful, you have so much to celebrate. Wonderful people want to help you maintain a balance between work and home life. So yeah, you and your person, you're definitely going to be building a stable future together. You are. And Eight of Swords energy, so let me clarify. I mean, maybe one or the other of you will go to jail for a little bit, but whatever, shit happens, right? Sun in reverse with the High Priestess. So I don't know what it is. It says plans that work out perfectly and gratitude. So no matter what, if it is that, because the Eight of Swords, or maybe, I don't know. I'm going to just clarify one more thing. Yeah. So for some of you, you might actually have to go to jail for a little bit for this. It's, you know, but it's not going to be anything. I do definitely feel like with the sun here, look, it's like you are going to be publicly vindicated. So even if they manage to get something that could stick in regards to like charge, or maybe it's like past energies, right? Like maybe you're like me, and because of all the corruption, you just told them to go fuck themselves and didn't go to court, and now they're trying to arrest you because you didn't go to court for something you should have never been charged for, and they're gonna have to drop no matter what they think. So maybe you're dealing with something like that, which is why you won't be in there for very long. But either way, you and your person will be working together, whether or not one of you goes in for a little bit. I don't feel like it would be very long. And then you guys are going to be, yeah, like working on something together. All those tentacles, it's a lot of money. But yeah, it says there's a better choice, not seeing things clearly and running away from the truth. That's the Seven of Swords energy. I feel like it's more being strategic than it is shiesty energy, even though this whole reading's about shiesty energy being done to you. But let me just clarify the Seven of Swords for you. What's the Seven of Swords? People creeping in through the window? What's the Seven of Swords? Yeah. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Nine of fucking Swords and the Four of Cups. So a lot of you didn't know that you had something stolen from you. For a lot of you, you didn't even know that there was this thing existed. So that's why I'm feeling like it was like maybe an inheritance, maybe a trust, or again, maybe it was like a life insurance policy or something to that effect. Whatever it is, I do feel like the truth is going to set everybody free. I feel like you've been like a lot like disconnected, I guess is what they want to say. And it's not even like so much apathetic, but I'm feeling like they had you distracted, right? And so, and focused on fear. I do feel like there's like a lot of projection of them trying to freak you out too. While both putting you in a position to make you look like unstable, like financially and like your stability wise, right? While also fucking stealing what you do have. Like actually, and then projecting a lot of fear on you. So yeah, I was feeling culty vibes, like, you know, and so like these people are sitting there like chanting like you're for your downfall. It's absolutely pathetic. So what is changing for you? What do you, before we move on from these cards? Six of Wands and Unity with the Tower. Wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring rewards, success, and public recognition. With Unity, which is the Hierophant, do the right thing for the right reasons. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which will work best for you in a spiritually minded community. If you are being attacked by a cult, a coven, whatever they want to tell themselves they are, or tell people they are, they might be somehow like rectifying the situation. Because, ooh, yeah, no, I'm hearing they're not all wanting to go down for this. And so there might be somebody that comes in, maybe that's the opportunity energy, that is aware of what these other people have done. And now that these other people are being dealt with, I feel like you're going to be like, yeah, like they're gonna want to either not like so much partner with you. Let me just see. Yeah, King of Cups, a romantic partner you can trust. Excellent advice that comes from the heart. Getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavor. There we go. Yeah, in some regard, again, and the divine is saying, because you've now proven who you are. Them coming to you just helped expose your true nature. And your true nature is far superior to their Seven of Swords, stealing, conniving, sleep with your person energy. Like, they're pretty sad, not gonna lie. I'm sorry if this is your family. They're fucking sad. But yeah, this says announcements such as weddings, graduations, or birth news worth celebrating. Yeah, I do feel like they're gonna be celebrating something and there's gonna be like a big surprise. This isn't for everybody, very specific. If your person knocked up one of your siblings or something, or your siblings trying to say that, it's not true. They're not the daddy or mom, you know, how, take it how it resonates. That was all a manipulation. Yeah, it's very specific. That's like for one person. And so, wow. And so that's a different energy than I was sensing. So like, I was just picking up like a sister vibe, but I'm actually sensing like, if that resonates for you, because again, that's very specific for this collective. It's not for everybody. this is not the same energy that your person's already slept with in your family. This is a separate energy. So I don't know. I don't really understand really what's going on there and why everybody's so obsessed with you and your person. But there's a lot of fucking weird shit going on there. Yeah, ego, devil, cult. Okay, that's why. The illusion of being trapped. See? Yeah, so somebody baby trapped your person. So whether it's a sibling to you or not, this person is a wannabe you and is obsessively fucking jealous. And again, wanted to like replace you. That's two different energies in your energy and both somehow related to you. Who like want to be you and both in their own ways were trying to like steal your person. And this other energy that I feel like they're like in their own partnership, but yet we're claiming that the baby was your person's. It's like kind of like Jerry Springer, only they're not the fucking father. The test results determined that was a lie. See them on fire right there? That was a fucking facade is what that was. And Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah, younger energy, Princess of Swords. Information that can help you but might be difficult to hear. So yeah, I do feel like that's half of why your partner, your person, actually continued to invest in this. Whether or not the whole group knew that, this person told them they were the daddy. So maybe they, yeah, because of this fucking sex devil worshipping cult, like maybe it's literally like one of the fucking NXIVM still going and they have so many pathetic runoffs. Oh my god, I cannot even believe that this stuff exists and that people think they're cool. It's just the weirdest fucking thing. Look, placing too much importance on material items. Exactly. They got caught up in their trap against you and they fucked themselves by fucking your person. Exactly what kind of the divine just said. So, all right, final incoming for you. What do you need to know about this? Not that we didn't just expose shit tons of stuff. So there, we got the same cards back out in the beginning. There's 78 cards in a tarot deck, my beautiful loves. And we are back to the Three of Swords. Ooh, but this time it came out with the moon. So this one says powerful intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear and understanding the truth of a situation. So this reading is by far strong confirmation for a lot of you. If this is your first exposing of some of this information, I'm going to tell you guys the same thing I coach everybody in for Ascension lessons. When it comes to discernment of psychic or spiritual messages coming through any medium, don't always just take the first thing. I mean, like if you're taking it from me, I would say, yeah, you can trust it, but still don't. You know, make sure that you get further confirmation. Ask the divine for confirmation. Ask your higher self to show you another sign to confirm. Especially if it's this heavy shit, right? You don't want to be taking information that's not yours, especially in a collective reading, because I'm sensing, you know, these energies and I'm going to try to personalize it by talking specifically to you. But this reading is going to be the collective for everybody who ever watches it in its life existence on this channel, right? And so that collective can be quite vast and not everything's going to be 100% for each of you. Some of it will strongly align, right? But so don't force anything that doesn't fit here, right? Only take definitely what resonates. And if you're not sure, then that's why you just ask for more confirmation. And I promise you that the divine will show you what you need to know. Anything that was here that you've heard from me, if you need clarity on, you'll get it because you were meant to hear this. So, and again, yeah, see, be assertive. Don't back down from what you believe and stand up for yourself. So no matter what, I feel like because you've been quite passive thus far, I was sensing collectively the divine feminine energies, like collectively of the world right now, over the last 18 months, did a deep dive back into the darker energies. And I do feel like strongly it was to help the masculines who were swimming in this devil energy. Legit, it's the feminine's job on a true fucking divine partnership to awaken the masculines. And so you took a deep dive, and I think that's why these people actually like took their moment to strike. I'm feeling, see that arrow energy there? They're looking down. They watched you get further down and they took that opportunity to kind of strike while you were weak, vulnerable, in need, right? And that's what allowed them to actually get this false sense of superiority, thinking that they were going to be able to fucking do this to you. Only you're about to rise up and fast and hard. Like the divine was saying earlier, and we mentioned this reading, you may have had a setback because of all of the external freaking shit that's been going on. Like, I feel like from all angles, right? But you're still the prize. The reason that all of this was being done against you and everybody wants what you have is because you're the Empress. You have endless abundant energy within you. You were the creator. You're the one that made all the shit that they wanted to take. You're the one that got the person that they wanted to steal, you know. You're the it girl or guy, right? And so no matter what it is they try to take, you're just going to keep creating. whatever you want essentially in life. And that's going to happen pretty quick now, I feel like, because you yourself have come into this like internal balance. So what they saw as like weak vulnerability, you know, you're just being a human, was you preparing, was the divine preparing you. And so now I'm seeing the energy of the magician upright. That's you. The divine saying you have all of the tools that you now need to be abundantly successful and have everything that you ever fucking wanted in life and everything that is rightfully coming and owed to you anyways, right? It's not like it's unjust and you're just getting this special prize. No, this shit's yours anyways. This is your divine inheritance, they're saying, not theirs. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you're never going to worry about money ever again. Like within 30 days from now, you're already going to know that. I promise you, this is yours. Let's summer house together, friends. Which continent? Yeah, family room. So there's a lot of energy that's being discussed right now. A lot of these people, house in the reverse. So for a lot of you, it very much was a property. Not for everybody, but for some of us. But anyways, there's discussions happening right now. I do feel like this property may be at a distance, or somebody's going to be going at a distance. Let's see for what. Family room though. But there's definitely been discussions about what's going on now, because I do feel like a lot of them are actually starting to realize that maybe this isn't going down the way that they thought. Not everybody, because I do feel like the one that's going to be publicly arrested is pretty fucking cocky and thinks that they're in a really spot position. So this one's probably fucking a cop, and that's what they think, that they're just like golden, and they're stupid. So what's the journey? Change. You're definitely in sudden wealth. Yeah, see baby with great fortune right underneath. Oh, I couldn't even make this up if I try. So yeah, look at this mature woman in the reverse. For a lot of you, it's really was your mother. Your mother. This gray-haired old biddy version of you, apparently. No matter what, though, you're leaving that behind. And if it was a parent, which for half of the collective here it is, and the other half it's a child, so neither which is good. But for those of you that it is a mature woman, everything that was rightfully owed. Look at this back to back, great fortune and sudden wealth with change. Again, the cops are backing you because you're innocent, you're the victim, and you're the rightful owner of all this shit. Karmic justice is coming for them. Whether or not, you know, this person actually goes to prison, I think, or dies. There's the coffin energy. That's, yeah. Thief, yeah, see, so, okay. And again, this is specific, not for everybody, only take it if it resonates. If you have a very unemotional, or not unemotional, sorry, definitely emotionally unstable mother is what they're saying. If you have an emotionally unstable mother, she may, out of fear for how long she'd be in prison or how she would look, she may actually just like take her own life out of fear of what's going to happen now for what she's done towards you. So it must be quite severe, and I guess we were picking up on that energy of some of them were trying to kill you guys and stuff, so if that's you, then maybe that's why this person would rather take the coffin over the pen, each to their own. But for you, you're moving on to literal great fortune, sudden wealth, and what else? So what else is coming in over the next 30 days that you need to be aware of? Child. So if a lot of you were resonating with being separated from your child, or having any sort of like family court stress, drama, stuff like that, it's going to be made right. It's going to be made right. See this older haired man in reverse, unexpected income in reverse. You see that? That's payoff. You see that? In the reverse, that's it being exposed. So there's definite energy coming forward of like, they're saying judicial corruption exposed. So that's fucking fantastic. And that would be why you're in that Seven of Wands energy, because you're a fucking fighter. You're exposing this corruption that's been done to you. Honestly, like, I feel like you are going to be so fucking happy. So there's a mature man energy here. Message. I feel like this is like a righteous official of some kind. Marriage is here on the bottom. So again, not for everybody, but for those who are resonating with possibly like there being like a false marriage certificate in your name, possibly involving your person. That was something that was also found out. And I do feel like maybe it's because like you, well, like most people, you probably have Facebook or you like post on social media. And so this was pretty easy to bust, right? Like that it's not you that's actually married to your person. But yeah, there's something about that. There's something about a marriage here. Community in the reverse with mature man. For some of you, maybe it's that, because we were picking up on that pervert uncle same-sex energy. For some of you, maybe your person is married to that energy. And that would be why I was channeling that sold their ass message. But that, again, that's pretty specific. But for the rest of you, what's coming in? There's definitely a message, though, here. Righteous, this mature man's giving me, like, righteous cop energy. So, like, either, like, good judge, good cop, good investigator, something like that, right? What's this message about? What's that about? Oh, main female in the reverse. Again, we're picking up that's probably you. Courtship in the reverse. Official person in the reverse. Lovers upright in bad health. So, yeah, this is somebody coming in. And again, I feel like it's an official person energy who 100% knows what's been going on to you. Like, all the things by the looks of things. They know about what was involved with your lover. They know about some manipulation with a marriage. They know about something that was done to withhold your child from you, to withhold your partnership from you, and to attempt to put you in prison. You, the privileged lady, the hard worker. So if you were sitting here thinking there's nobody in your corner, baby, nobody puts baby in a corner. Somebody's coming to help you out, I promise. And it's going to pay off in such a big way. Like, I tried to, I think, say, and then I kind of cut myself off with a different thought. You're going from, like, stressing and fighting for what's rightfully yours, alone, I feel like, right now, to, like, your 10 of Cups, which we did get out, your fucking happiest timeline and everything that you were supposed to have, like, so much faster than you're even going to be able to fucking keep up with. So much so that I almost want to cry for you, because it's so rightfully fucking deserved. Right? It's like when the underdog wins in the movie, or the guy shows up and makes it right, and they live happily ever after. Only it's your life. Wealthy man. Journey. For a lot of you, message. If you're leaving your person behind because of what they've done, there's been a wealthy man, could be an official energy, doesn't have to be, who knows what's going on with your child, I feel like strongly, who's been watching what's been going on to you, and whether you know it or not, this person has, like, I don't even want to say romantic feelings per se, for some of you it is, but this person, like, really digs your vibe, right? They think that you're a fantastic individual, like, actually, and they're coming in to offer you assistance. And so some of that sudden wealth, unexpected income gift is quite literally like this person coming in to help you in some regard. For a lot of you, though, this gift energy, I feel like, is coming from your person. Mature man energy with the Lovers. Yeah. And change with sudden wealth. Yeah, so for a lot of you, it is your person coming in. So your person's reading as a mature man. It doesn't have to be like as aged as the card kind of depicts, but I am sensing, like, at least older than 30, 35. Old enough to have gray hair. I mean, I know some people can have them at like 16, but like 30, 35 to 55-ish, in that 20 years range. Yeah, Lovers with courtship in the reverse. They're going to be telling you about what happened, this manipulation, why they were led away from you, I do feel like. Main female, here you are, right? Yeah. Possibly by an official person. So by a corrupt cop, corrupt judge, something like that. Ooh, okay. And they're also saying that, oh, good. For a lot of you, and it is to do still with your partnership and your love and stuff, but for a lot of you, it is also a righteous official who's coming in to like help you and clarify, because they know what's been done to you in the court system, right? So if I was like picking up with that child thing, and I do feel like, yeah, see, them working to put you in prison. So I do feel like no matter what it is for you, if you've been done unjustly, it's about to be made right. Like, in all the ways. If they stole a house or property from you, you're going to be receiving it back. You're going to be getting that news of these thieves that stole something from you. And again, with this family room energy and despair, This isn't somebody who acted alone. These are people who are actually in your family. These are people who are right now discussing what the fuck they're going to be doing about this, because I do feel like some are sensing that plot twist. Again, some I don't think are, because they're just arrogant, but some are looking for, well, ways out, I'm hearing, and some are going to try to be like cleaning up loose ends, I'm feeling like, and others are coming in to kiss your ass and make it right. Smart motherfuckers, right? They're literally all at your mercy. It's the only fucking smart thing to do. All right, so let's get some of these message cards. Some of these are pretty, look it. I was getting this all day for myself. The cops will now do you a solid. And so like, I'm stoked about that too, because like, I don't know 100% yet who's acted against me here, but I just know that there are energies that acted against me that I've only been like recently made aware of too. And I'm just letting it play out how it plays out. I don't really give a flying fuck. But I too know that the cops are acting maliciously against me. So this is confirmation for me too. So I'm so excited, but definitely for you, that there are good cops in your energy who know that you're innocent. So don't be in that distress fear energy that they want you to be in. Look, once in a lifetime opportunity again. Because, oh my God, look what's on the back. Fucked your parent or child. If that's not confirmation, then what the fuck is confirmation? Yeah. I don't know how many cards there are in here. Probably at least 80 as well, and they're double-sided. Anyway. Yeah, the cops are coming in to help you out because they know that you've been fucked. Legit. Some of them, they even know about what's been going on like this. Like, they know how sleazy these people have been behind your fucking back. But, look, right back to the full circle first card, Destiny. This one says, this fated divine union is now manifesting in the 3D. So, for those of you that are forgiving your person, you guys may be, yeah, look, expect the unexpected, hashtag blessing across the body of water. So some of you guys might be going like on a vacation, on a trip, I do feel like. And yeah, I mean, after all the shit you've been put through, I mean, some of you, you're actually relocating though. These cops are going to be assisting you in relocating. And others, they're just assisting you in freeing yourself with that public vindication, right? So that you're free to go in any direction that you should so choose, right? Rightfully so. The first, holy shit, since it's here, I'm just going to say it, sidebar, we're not going to get too much into it. But it says, murdered your biological mother, possibly, while you were between the ages of 6 and 12. Take that how it resonates. And on the back side, channeled at a completely different time, your father, the cold-blooded killer, your personal live-in handler. So for a lot of you, because this is so much karmic family energy, you know, I was picking up on your mother, but maybe it's your father. And they're showing me cold-blooded killer, as well as I just pulled this. DNA can be pulled from one forgotten drop of blood. Hashtag sloppy. And on the back of that, too big to be swept under the rug or buried in the walls. I'm feeling like this is a sidebar. It's not the exact same energy, but in this collective, one of you, it is definitely a father energy. And I don't feel like this is a recent murder. So I do feel like this is something that might have happened in the past. Maybe it has something to do with that, your mother energy, right? So it happened maybe when you were a child or something like that. But I'm feeling like it was at a time, you know, when like scientific, investigative, like, I don't really know, technology was, you know, not as good as it is now. And so I feel like, it's like, I'm feeling like cold case vibe energies are being discovered. Something to do with this has brought in a lot of attention in on your family for the false reporting, they're saying. And yeah, I do feel like there's going to be some sort of DNA pulled from like a cold case. Maybe possibly something to look at. Holy fucking shit. DNA test on the bottom. And swift correction of justice for the real victim. Also, a railway is possibly significant here. But yeah, 100% confirmation. You're also still strongly being watched. I feel like both by your person who's actually concerned for you now, as well as, yeah, your person who you need to let them talk, as well as this righteous cop or whatever, right? And look, grieve the losses, the karmic family and friends, yes, but don't miss the train to Happyville. It's a one-way fucking train. And on the back it says, pay attention. You can't trust a single person in your life except you're the one who will now no longer lie to you. I got the energy of in the trees as well as that watching you. So for a lot of you, like, maybe you didn't know that you've been fucking surveilled and literally stalked and have people climbing trees to watch you through windows and things. This is your confirmation. If you've been feeling eyes on you, there are eyes on you. Always. A change is coming, I just saw. Your family was setting you up for much longer than they have been attacking your person. So don't take every word specific how it doesn't fit for you, right? But if it all fits, take it all. But this is confirmation that whatever your family's been doing to you has actually been going on a lot longer than maybe even I and you realize. Something to do with a fire. I do feel like maybe some fires have like followed your family in some regard, like to cover shit up, they're saying. I don't know. If there's a fire in your history. Look it. So this one says about to rain blessing after blessing on you in big, big ways, which we've already saw. Sudden wealth, all that shit. So I just feel like I'm going around in circles, so I'm going to probably clear this up pretty quick. But look, framed you but got caught before they realized. And what was I saying in the beginning of this reading? That the reason that you didn't even really know what it was yet and why you haven't actually been arrested on any of the shit that they were doing or whatever they thought that they were framing you for is because you're not going to be arrested for that. And the reason that they're so going to be so confused is because, yeah, they got caught before they even realized and before you ever got in, because these cops, thankfully, did their real jobs, which is fantastic. You have some real, actual, solid police in this energy. You definitely have corrupt ones too, but you got good ones, and they're for sure doing right by you. Which is why this, all turning against each other, hashtag rat race goes karmic, is the energy of the other side. Like I said, I feel that family room energy. There's some discussioning energy. There's some, I'm feeling like anxiety, collective anxiety. Holy shit. Look at what's on the bottom. Local judicial corruption exposed globally, as well as child sex trafficking linked to corrupt officials. On the back it says, release my kids now. Let's not up the count because you guys have more to lose than I do. Maybe you're like me and you've got your local judicial system in checkmate because you're a powerfully gifted psychic, possibly like me. And they have way more skeletons in their closet than they could ever frame you for having, right? Which is why they're coming in to help you out. Big betrayal, big apology. That's both the divine, ooh, well, okay. So that's the divinely orchestrated assistance that's coming in for you in the form of your divine masculine or your person, take it out of resonate, but it's also this official. What does this one say? The only silence you'll be able to get will cost you, but this is worth the money, right? Because why? They're at the fucking mercy of you, God's chosen. Look, see? Do right by my disciples and receive divine compensation and grace. Dirty Judge is now making things right for you. Well, there you go. One says do right and one says it is, and it says Dirty Judge. So I was picking up on righteous official. Maybe this was a corrupt official who now realizes that if they don't make it right, they're going to be going down for being the corrupt official, but they would rather be looked at as the good guy who made it right. Possibly this person knows about this fraud marriage with your, this one says nothing like you, liar sister, and human sacrifice. Again, you know, obviously we were picking up on the satanic worshiping cult. That's all these fucks do, right? They aren't you. They cannot create endless abundance and all this stuff. That's why they steal it from people like you and then sacrifice people like you to try to literally siphon your energy from your fucking body. Isn't that funny? Oh, gross. Okay, and for some of you, it's a child. We just cut to and got confirmation. You fucked up when you went for her son. So, okay, so for some of you, it's not necessarily they had sex with your son. I mean, maybe your son's an adult child, who knows? But we were picking up on child energy before, so whatever was done wrong to your child, that's where these people really fucked up. Really fucked up. It says, we had gone way too far, this one says. Brace yourself for your karma. Yep, major life changes required, and you will be getting the last laugh. And this one says, you started this and you will end it now, or good luck with this one. And that's exactly why I feel like these people are going to be making it right, the ones that can. because again, you have them in check, and not for any other reason, then you're the fucking innocent one, and you're not stupid, but you let them think that you were. So yeah, this one says the group can decide, give me what I want, which is for, you know, the guilty parties to go down for this, and the money back. The rest are free. I'm kind of in that energy too. The ones that came from my child, damn rights I want them to get their fucking days in prison. Hopefully the rest of their days. The people that stole shit from me, I just want it back. And I want them to just no longer be in my life. I'm not really needing, like, you know, retaliation in that regard. Just pay me back. Maybe that's how you are, right? But yeah, see here we have, look, so many cold cases are now being solved, all because they insisted on ending your life too. See, coming for you and your child, I feel like in some regard, is what fucked them. And this one says a mother in quotations. So we were picking up on, for some of you, your mother's not your bio mother, so that's that quotation marks energy, or a baby mama, so take it out resonates, or both, will go to prison. And this one says in brackets, or sister slash sister-in-law, so again, but it's a female. Take it however it fits for you. But that bitch is going to prison. And look, what did I cut to? Karmic femme killer and her homo cop boyfriend. So confirmation that this karmic feminine energy in your family, who has tried to kill you, is sleeping with a corrupt fucking cop, or with a corrupt cop of some regard, right? Who's also gay. That's why we were picking up on the gay energy. And this one says, yes, your parents, yes, the whole time, against you, right? That's for a lot of you, like I said, this is shocking. Shocking fucking news. Angry Masonic ex-wives will be, oh, exposing evidence. Ooh, I didn't remember I wrote that. I like that. Good, good, good. Yeah, and this one says karma will now be hitting harder and faster. This will now cost you. No more attack, or the price will continue to go up. Your karmic will be forced to return what they have been keeping from you, and forced by God. For some of you, it's money. For some of you, it's your child. For some of you, it's both. Right? Which is why the ones at the top, this one says, make a smart choice now, because you don't want to risk everything, right? Like the end of your whole fucking empire for coming at me and mine, right? That's silly. And so yeah, there's running out of time to be saved. You're running out of time. God is using natural disasters all over the world right now to warn you devil worshippers, he says. And this abusive energy is why the electronics are going to be fried by the fucking solar storms, because you guys were abusing your power. Maybe to do, you know, some sort of MK Ultra Club fucking guinea pig type shit on people, right? Letting bodies hit the floor. Male fraud energy is here. I do feel like that is the karmic mother or karmic sister, karmic femme energy that was, you know, stealing from you with inheritance or whatever. Of course they were going to have to forge your signature, especially for the fake marriage group. But no matter what, if they were stealing that from you and it was in your name, yeah, they forged your fucking signature and were guilty of mail fraud. And mail fraud is a very serious federal offense. It's kind of funny how the law works, but it very much is. And so that would be why I'm seeing some pen time for a lot of them, right? Because they're guilty of a lot of very serious charges that they're already been busted for. Yeah, seeing things clearly now, hashtag nowhere to hide. And watching you. And why? Yeah, this one says some have been under investigation for over 30 years. They should have fucking thought this through and never came for you. I'm hearing. Never ever came for me. Why? The devil himself runs from your fucking power because you are anointed. That's true. And if you haven't spoken up for yourself yet, you need to use your voice. Look, radio wave blackouts are the warning that's happening all over the place. And forgiveness is here for all who side with God and is chosen. Exactly. The ones that, you know, make it right, who severely underestimated you, an earth angel. They're going to be like given divine compensation. So they're going to literally be like freed and protected by the divine for assisting you now. Need to fix what can be fixed. Hit out on the hitman, murder and mistake. Something to do with tunnels, and again, There's a bisexual, it says not divine masculine, crazy male karmic who slipped up one too many times and won't be able to escape this. Could be that uncle energy, cousin energy, whatever. Ooh, way to be spicy. Okay, and this one, for some of you, you didn't know that there was some secret rape going on. Sorry to expose that. If you did, it says if you knew the truth about what they've done to you while you thought you were safe in bed, you'd be packed by now. And this one says purity and authenticity are required for ascension. This one says get out of there before it's too late. Hashtag you two are out of here. This one says you, the one whose counterpart is borderline psychopathically obsessed with them and who is so happy that you've passed the loyalty test. This one says if a chosen one gets murdered, God says the whole place will burn instantly to the ground. And there's the energy here. You need to tell your person the truth. Hashtag time's up, buttercup. For real, like this is shit's going down. This is in the present energy, which means this is happening within 30 days. Within 30 days from now. So if your person doesn't want to miss the happiness train, they're going to have to hurry up and speak up. Why? Because these separate but affiliated cults and covens are now at odds. We picked up that energy, right? Because they realize that they fucked up and you're innocent. So that's why you're now going to be given this monetary compensation. Kind of hush money for a lot of you, right? Or being paid to exist. Why? Because of your divine gifts and your integrity. It says when you act with the devil, you're declaring war with the creator of heaven and hell, i.e. the creator of all things. There's energy, yeah, leave them behind and forge your signature. For a lot of you, you know, like, it's gonna hurt, but like I said, it's gonna be a permanent ending for these people. And look, make it up to her while you can. In brackets, I wrote 30 days, and I channeled these like weeks ago. And look, a lot of sex cult / MLM members are being federally indicted in the next 30 to 60 days. I love when I surprise myself. But you, sweet escape in luxury. And look, greedy uncle pervert coming to pay up. Well, for some of you, it is your uncle pervert who's coming to give you some money. And why? Because you are about to be a public example. And you're going to be leaving that past trash in the fucking past. Yeah, they made the wrong fucking choice. And look at time's up. It's the news or meet my demands. To my oppressors, best believe that's the message I'm giving you. Way longer than I anticipated, but it's pretty serious energy, right? And so yeah, we're gonna leave this messages cards on this one because it's the best one. Oh, that energy right there said, do it, burn the bridges, because they're burning down anyways. Let's get the fuck out of there. This one says, the idiots who are finally realizing that you're holding each of them in checkmate because you are so psychically gifted. Won't resonate for all of you. You're not all psychics. A lot of you are, but you're all gifted here in this collective in some regard. And whether or not it's just that you're solid gold, you are a solid human. And look, confirmation. I know I said I was going to not put these, but the divine does what they want to do. Your parents are sick, it says. They projected onto you for your whole life, and they feel no shame. They're pure evil. Well, obviously, they belong to a fucking devil-worshipping cult. And look, you will have to accept a maybe tentative, but it's permanent, real ending of a parent and child relationship. Hashtag moving away. Confirmation, right? You are the reason your family put the hit on your person before doing everything to manipulate you to leave the one that you love, which is why so many cold cases are now being solved. This is nuts, but yeah. And predator child killers keeps coming out. And we saw that, let the bodies hit the floor, murder father. So for some of you, that's some of the cold case stuff, is that like you've got murderers in your family that you didn't even know, that had nothing to do with you even. Like, you know, this is old shit. And this is what I mean, like this is a lot of shit that's being brought up because they came for you. And God says, let that be a fucking lesson to y'all. Your parents, they're sick. You, sweet escape in luxury, assisted by the good cop. So now, since we picked up on the divine union energy, we're just going to close out this message with that. So here's my divine lovers oracle, and let's see what is incoming between you and this person. Your person. Your person. Yeah, baby. Sudden change, my friends. Transformations. Endings. Ending of an era. Ego death. Divine intervention, quick change, realignment. Why? They've been misleading you and bottling up those feelings. But what else is incoming? What's the sudden change? There it is, baby. That sudden change. Light bulb. Sudden epiphanies, answers, aha moments, guidance. Knowing feeling accompanies the insights. Seeing clearly, in which we got lots. Truth and divine inspiration. So I'm just going to tell you right now, no wonder you forgive your person, because what's coming through is that, like, no matter how guilty they really are, and they are, they've done some malicious shit against you with your sick family, but they were still manipulated and preyed upon. They're like you. They're good inside. So they, like you did most of your life, actually believe the majority of people are like you guys. And they were not prepared for the level of fucking malicious, vindictiveness that they were dealing with your family. And so for some of them, they're reaching out through like either text or like maybe a letter, like written communication. But either way, reaching out and missing you, opening communication, wanting to be closer. Why? They know that you guys are connected. So anything else you can expect in the next 30 days with you and your person? Next 30 days. Text message. Yeah, see, 100% confirmation of communication. It says receiving communication, breaking the silence, incoming confession of feelings, and unblocking. What else? What are they going to say? Lots, they say, but what are they going to say? Well, they're still moving slow. They've been insecure. Clammed up, slow and steady, shy, introvert, withdrawn, secure. So I do feel like they've been stepping away. I think that's why this clarity's coming in. You opened their heart and they really wanted this. So they've been going through like a deep period of self-reflection. I do feel like they've been quite absent even from this group or whatever, right? And it says being honest with self, clarity, transformation, letting go of fears, dissolving ego, expressing their true feelings, being authentic, and trying. That's fucking fantastic. Anything else next 30 days that you need to know? You and your person. Look, I didn't realize I made two different cards that are similar. So that one's a destiny and this one says destined love. So it says destiny, fate, divine union, twin flames, divine counterpart, and feeling at home with them. And why? Look who shot out on the floor. Divine timing. Soul contract. Spirit knows best. Live in the present moment. Surrender and divine protection. With euphoria, and there's that destiny right underneath. Transcendental bliss. All right, so yeah, so for a lot of you, you are going to be getting some sort of gift from your person. I do feel like for some, the gift is going to be their truth in itself, like them stepping to you correct, they're saying. For a lot of you, though, it really is a physical gift. This person knows they wronged you. They do want to win you back over. They have made a choice towards you. Like, they're going to be leaving all this other shit behind to choose you. Look, decision made. The choice and decision made. Like, I don't feel like it really was a choice. Look what's hiding underneath there. I love you. And why was it hiding underneath there? Because they've been hiding their feelings for you, right? Slow and steady, that clammed up energy, moving slow, little turtle, a little insecure. And so that's why they've been ghosting, right? But they want to offer their support now. Nurturing each other, needing you, offering their hand to you, feeling your love, and stronger together. Yeah, this magical love, right? They know. And there's coming together. Will that coming together be in the next 30 days? Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Divine timing. Out of all the cards I've created, that's probably the strongest one that could come out as confirmation of timing. Yeah, it is in the next 30 days. Equal exchange, this says as well. So yeah, making things fair because they know that you guys are connected and they actually hold you in like high esteem, honoring you, wanting to do right by you, the card says. And this one says falling in love, realization of feelings, striking, coming in fast, and look, opening heart with obsessed. This person can't lose you. They know they can't fucking lose you. Yeah, and now they've been integrating all the stuff that they've been learning. I feel like both through you, through this experience, through their period of self-reflection, right? Which is why they're going to be opening up conversation, communication, coming in with union and commitment. Like I said, a lot of you are literally going to marry your twin flame, your divine counterpart, your true person by the end of this year. It's July. And considering that you guys aren't together right at this very moment, if this is your reading, that would be why there's that moving fast energy. But I don't feel like it's really moving that fast because you and your person have known each other for a really long time, I feel like, with this merge, number 69, divine masculine and femme, a whole new life. Yeah, Empress. Could be pregnant within a year or two. Yeah. What's the Eight of Swords? Immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage, and a passionate relationship. relationship. That's the Page of Wands or Knight of Wands. Coming in fast with the Queen of Wands and the Four of Wands. This one says, believe in yourself, wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. And this one says, be grateful. You have much to celebrate, deep feelings of peace and happiness, and contented personal life. Yeah. The resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the ends of addiction or codependency, and embracing your uniqueness, temporary pause in action. So there might be a little pause. For some of you, it might be a little bit of prison stint, either for you or maybe it's a person because of what they've done. It depends on, everyone's situation is different. But you, no matter what, in a year from now, you're going to be living your best life. You're going to be living your fucking best life. I promise. There is going to be communication from this person who acted against you within the next 30 days, 100% from the time that you get this message. I will tell you right now that beyond a fucking shadow of a doubt, if this was your message, it is true that your person has either had relations with a member of your immediate family. Yeah, no, that's it. Like parent, child, sibling. Something to that regard. Take it how it resonates. But again, they will be the one that will step to you correct. If they don't, then leave that person behind. That's not your real person, and that part doesn't apply to you. But the majority of them, they're going to be coming to you correct. And you can trust that person once they do that. The Sun, yeah, see plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations. Yeah, like this person is going to be able to turn things around. I feel like assisting you. But the Sun is the most positive deck in the tarot. Yeah, manage resources wisely, help out those less fortunate. So yeah, because they're offering their assistance to you, you got the Star with the Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands. When full of money, emotionally fulfilling life, people you can trust, relief from challenging times, ask for assistance. So yeah, working together is bringing your most abundant timeline for you both together, and you're going to continue to build that together. Legacy wealth, Ace of Cups. For some of you, it is going to be a new person, but for the majority of you, it's the awakening of psychic gifts together, I guess, because you guys are coming into union, and then it's going to be the like rebirth of your guys' relationship. So for a lot of you, maybe you weren't even ever really in a long-term committed relationship with this person, but you're gonna be. So it says, believe in yourself. You thought you were powerless, but you're not. And the only thing that's keeping you from getting what you want at this very moment is lack of self-confidence. See, and there's the Sun. I just strongly caught the your person vibe watching this. So if you've been watching this the whole time being like, oh no, I'm the person. Well, you know what you gotta do, babe. Go and do it. Review the past and the present so that you can plan a bright new future. You're now understanding your life purpose, so you need to release your judgment that you had on your person and on yourself. It's time to go after your dreams. And you're gonna get them. It's gonna feel like a fucking miracle. Miracle blessing, literally. It's like the world at the palm of your hands. Queen of Cups energy, insight you can trust, and taking care of others with the Empress. You definitely love your person too. You little shyster, so come clean. Let your heart open to that love. Be honest, and everything's gonna be a-okay. As I say, be honest. King of Swords. Get advice from somebody objective, public speaking. And the King of Swords just stands for truth. Speaking your truth. Standing in integrity and standing in truth. The King of Swords can be seen as somewhat of an unemotional king, but he's actually not. It's just that his emotions are balanced because the King of Swords is a leader. The King of Swords is what you want a judge or a cop to read as. That's somebody that stands strongly in their integrity and knows when to utilize their emotions and when to keep them at bay when they're not necessary and needed for the task at hand. The Emperor, see? A leader. So whether you're the person, which the person is the Emperor, you're stepping into your king energy, a firm but compassionate leader. And where did we just have the Empress? I just had it in my hands. Oh, I stuck it back in now, didn't I? That's so funny. King of Wands, Ace of Wands. Ooh, yeah, but there's so much new beginnings here for you and your person. I find that funny that I stuck the Empress back in there. Weird. That's hilarious. Either way, we got the Emperor and the Empress making an appearance. And that's that fucking power couple energy, right? That is leadership energy. So, King of Swords, the Emperor, and Justice. That's standing in integrity and truth. And then celebrating with people that you can trust, as well as relocating or going on a trip. And this one says success that comes from dedication and celebrating your accomplishments and being in the spotlight. 100%. So reach out to others, and sadness that will heal in time for both sides of this, whether you're the your person or you're the main person in the reading. You guys are leaving behind some family and some stuff, right? 8 of Cups energy, moving on to a more meaningful life, which is still, you're happy about that, right? But there's still some sadness and some grief in leaving things behind, even if it's things that you know you have to because these people maybe act maliciously towards you and you're just now discovering that. Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt, you know? So I feel like, you know, just love your person, love each other, love yourselves, and just be practical, knowing that you guys are going to make each other's dreams come true. And like collectively, your dreams are coming true right now. You guys are going to be so stable, and it's happening fast. Sudden events or changes. So successful multitasking, planning your steps with an eye to the long term, and satisfaction from a job well done. King of Pentacles. Yeah. You guys are going to be quite stable quite quickly. But you have to accept an ending. Possibly with your child or possibly with your parent, whoever it is that you have to leave behind, right? But just take some time, rest, gather your strength, reconnect, and plan. And then go after your best dreams because, as mentioned, look, relationship, emotional experience, a compassionate person you can share concerns with. Happy news about your career, well thought out plans that go perfectly, needing a little push to get going. Just go. Make it right and live your best life.